So if it's, that's why I did not come up with exam questions. There are Charlotte Mason curriculums out there where they will give you all the exam questions for every subject that you were supposed to have covered that term. The reason I didn't do that is because I'm a human, and in my own family, we sometimes didn't get through everything. And if I had an exam question on something that we didn't get to, I would feel like a complete failure. And yeah, so for you all, the reason I taught you all how to write your own questions is for this very reason. So whatever you've covered so far in the book, you can ask a question on that part. So you're able to take the prompts that I give you, that are in the parent packet, or if you go on the membership page, there's ones that you can download into a Google file and, just type your own. It's super easy. But, you can look at what you've already done, or if you've changed a book or you've added this thing, like you can ask questions to make it fit for your own family, right? So let's take a high school book. So like the Scarlet Letter. I need to ask them questions about this book. I read the Scarlet Letter back in 10th grade, which was like when the dinosaurs were alive. So I don't remember what happened in that book. So how am I going to ask them questions about it? I recommend SparkNotes. They have great summaries, book rags. But if you just do a Google search, you can read chapter by chapter summaries of that book, which will give you a pretty good idea of what it's about. Also, if you've been listening to your kids' narrations or hearing their questions, that should be helpful. For the sixth grader, yeah, even if it's a book that you haven't read, I mean, some of those prompts can be really general, like tell me about the conflict in, every book has a conflict, right? Tell me about your favorite character in, what surprised you the most about, because exam questions really are extended narration. So it's not like, what color shirt was Susie wearing when she went on that hike? Like those are like specific kind of questions we're used to having in exams. Whereas Charlotte Mason's were more general to kind of let the student talk about what meant to them. So the history and science books, yeah. I mean, if you haven't read them, I would definitely, spend some time just kind of flipping through them and seeing what's in them for sure before you write some questions. But let's say the book is, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, Rocks, Rivers, and the Changing Earth. Okay. And you haven't read that, you can kind of flip through it and kind of see what it's about. Okay, well, tell me about what happens to the ground when a big storm has come through. How can I tell by looking at the earth that this has happened? Or, what will erosion cause to happen? I mean, you can look at the main kind of terms and use those kind of prompts that are in there to kind of help you through it. But also, this is a great reason why we have each other too. So like, hey, we're, doing the Da Vinci book for this term. What did you ask your kids? That's why we have each other. It's a great place to do that.